Good evening, viewers. Welcome to channel Yemaswati News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Linda Sean. But first, let's take a quick recap on our top stories making headlines this evening. The Elections and Boundaries Commission revealed that recommendations from the public is that there should be an enactment below that will allow residents or folk under different constituencies to withdraw members of parliament who aren't performing according to their mandate. All the Senate students at the university embarked on a strike which led to the university being shut down by authorities. The Athletics Association is expected to stage games which are expected to be joined by South Africa, Mozambique and Botswana. Now the news. The Elections and Boundaries Commission revealed in an interview with channel Yemaswati as they were recapping on the events that unfolded after the civic and voter education commenced. Bembe state that this event comes with recommendations that the public is willing to withdraw members of parliament who aren't performing according to the mandate that has been set by their constituencies.
The Elections and Boundaries Commission has since revealed that voters posed questions as to whether or not any necessary steps have been put in place to afford them the opportunity to withdraw underperforming candidates. Mbonisi Bembe, the communications officer of the commission, ensured that they will look into the matter and issue a response. Bembe also stated that the community leaders will now give them a date between the 28th and the 29th of the month for the nominations process to proceed. This follows the by-elections that are to take place in 3 different constituencies, whereby 9 communities are left without either Bukopo and a member of parliament.
Lesiko sakuthola ke nasi le miphakathi kwaba khona imibuto lesitawuthi ukhona lapho khona beyicishe ifana nakhona lekungiyona lesingathi singafisa lokuthi siyivete nje kafishane lokufaka ekhathi iyona indzaba yeku mfonsa umuntu lose ubonakala ukuthi akasasebenzi kahle lela lapha tabe athunywe khona kungaba ngokucopho kungaba lunga leparlamente ngaba induna yenkundla lokulesakubita phecelezi sithi power of recall akhala ke Maswati lokuthi ayayicela lokuthi ibe khona libandla la kutsata wona Maswati ukuthi abakhulumi nawo amalunga eparlamente kuletinkundla letimbili kungilongo na Gilgal bese ukuthi kulena yasesiphofaneni njengaloku batho bafuna lona ilunga leparlamente bata ukhuluma nalona sebalitholile kude ukuthi itawutsingidwa indzaba uma ngabe seyingene khona eparlamente. Lokunye lokwavela ke kwaba ngikukhala ukuthi kuyabonakala ukuthi uma ngabe kusetshenzwa tindzaba delikhetho kukhona lo ukuthi bebasolo eMaswati acaba ukuthi libandla lingumbana uhulumende kodwa ke njengalokho libandla selivenile ukuthi selivedile ukuthi cha lona alisiyo umbana uhulumende litimele nje cwaba kusebenta kwalo sebafuna ke kuyibona lemithetho batokhona kuyifunza kahle eMaswati ibandla labathembisa lokuthi litayiveta imithetho ngemaphepha hard copies kanzi futhi ikhona lemithetho nangabe uyibuka nje kuyo iwebsite yalo libandla loku www.elections.org.sz bese soya kule legal department lapho khona bese soyabona letiqephu temthetho libandla lelisebenta ngayo.
Reporting for Yemaswati channel is Novuselelo Simelani alongside Kimbali Mavuso in Nkanini.
Students of the University of ESWATINI embarked on a strike which led to the administrators of the university shutting down the university until further notice. It is stated that they were sent home after violence erupted in the campus where all officers were deployed in the university after the spark of protest.
Following this, the SRC complained about not being paid their allowances. It is said that the money they got did not even cover at least 100 students. By that reason, the students then started protesting. We spoke to Gabi Ndugunya, who is the chairperson of the Students' Union, and this is what she had to say.
Which is the same response that I told her last month in Azama, we encourage my allowances are end of April is and they said go to government Udima. But then on Friday they decided to go release my allowances. La coverage, even 10% of the whole student board. You can see for yourself, students up in the island yesterday they were mobilizing for today. The office of the SRC students have reached to say a way forward, what is the way forward, and then the SRC of course the operator as per the constitution. Even mandate but a mandate from the students, they just don't do things by themselves. So what happened now, the students came to say we need a way forward. What is the way forward now? And then the SRC said, okay, come to tomorrow morning so that you can say what's in Bonat. And students, they said the only solution and the only thing that I've been working for them for years now in Gom. So my students are getting Gom.
On another note, the Luyengo campus students were also in a protest. Reporting for Yemaswati channel, I'm Nonhlanhla Twala with Nondobe Botshabetse, Matapa.
The community policemen of BULLETIN state that they will continue to strengthen security around the community. This follows that strings of robberies continue to take place in the community as a break-in was reported in the early hours of this morning.
The warden's office and the bookshop was vandalized at the University of ESWATINI, BULLETIN campus around 8 p.m. yesterday. Following the unrest that has been continuing at the university, it is believed that the students broke into the offices. Items which included laptops, laptop bags, computer speakers, and the other stationery were broken. Some of the stationery and other learning equipment are said to have been stolen. Reporting for Channel Yemaswati, I am Nondobe Botshabetse with Nonhlanhla Twala, Matapa.
The Manzini city was also seen to be at standstill for a few moments after protesters showed a protest in the city of Manzini and disrupted activity in the city.
The public transport workers led by the ESWATINI Transport Communication and Allied Workers Union today went to the Manzini regional offices to deliver a petition of their complaints concerning the police.
Siyabonga sisino sikhosebeni betukutha bangwane SWATINI Transport and Communication Workers Union. Sisenamhla asesitobusela lapha regional headquarters. Sitowethula dikhalo letikhona ngebasebenzi lababhekana nabo mhla yonke.
Mr. Stix Ngambule, who was leading the protest, handed over the petition to the senior superintendent.
Kulumoteni nalisen khona lengakithi sidalithatha ke nasi silibethe kulabafanele siyabonga.
Uxolani ba. Xolani maseke president wasimove.
Solo sikanye kanye nje sila nami kude lenkwadi.
Utakubangani bakho.
Kude lenkwadi cha kude lokukhona siyabonga kakhulu. Ubiki.
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati, I am Nondobe Botshabetse with Nonhlanhla Twala, Manzini.
Mr. Nene Tuba, a community policeman of Msunduza, state that the ownership of property need to be transferred transparently.
Head of Community Police at Msunduza, Babenene Tuba condemns the illegal construction of structures in the community. This comes after the Community Police Forum discovered that people who were asked to look after certain homes were found to be developing the structures without having consulted with the rightful owners of the homes.
Awu vele nkosi yami kunetinkinga nje letenteka kwemangweni awu indzabe ukuthi nje nangabe umuntu bamshile ekhaya ukuthi aka sale agadza lelikhaya abese umuntu uyadevelopa kulelikhaya wakhatha indlu takhe bese sebayabuya labantu belikhaya sebafuna ukuthi manje vele akadzilide so sekubhlungu vele sekwentekile nje cishe titandlanyana letiningi lokho manje ikusiphatha kabi nathi ngoba singabe sisathi lokuthi sesitakwenta njani siyala nje ukuthi umuntu nangabe vele sithwa kagadze noma ngabe sekuyawa akashiya mana ayofuna embili vele tabuye batibonele labanikazi belikhaya.
Dvuba further said that these people make such arrangements on their own, but when trouble arises, they require the help of the community police. Reporting for Channel Yemaswati is Novuzilelo Similani with Kimberly Mafuso in Babane.
Welcome back. You're still watching Channel Yemaswati News, and the news continue. An elder of Madonsa, Kokomagongo, is lucky to have received a sponsor This follows that she pleaded for assistance from Yemaswati yesterday on channel Yemaswati. Then the Bishop Nash Foundation responded that they will assist the elder with constructing a proper structure for her.
Umuntu ladzinga lusito lwendlu nekudla inhlalo kayisile kahle bese ngacela nje nemajala agcina ngasibambisa ngemandla nangematerial loyo lonako la ngakhona ukuthi angasiniketa tandla sivulile ukuthi silekelele umlomdzala athole sakho lesikahle athole nekudla ate ukhona kudla la aphathekile.
Nibheke ukuthi lo msebenzi indawo uqala nje ni foundation kulokule nako
kulokule sesebe sesinikelelwe kona ukuthi singakusebenzisa cabanga ngemsombuluko nje sitawuqala siye ilungise indlu yomlomdzala.
Ngabonga kakhulu ngosami ngabulala emabhodlela kuba beneshi kusekhaya lapho ngakhulela khona ngintobhadana yakhona lencane kwathi makushona make ke kwaba khona ukuthi akuviwana kungemindeni ngahamba ke lokhu ke sengithola lokugula ke lekumathapha sengibuya ke nya kusekhaya vele lapho ngikhulele khona ngisho umango walendzawo uyangadi ukuthi ngintombi yalakhaya.
Bantwana kokho abakusedingana
bantwana ngibati ukuthi baxoshwa yini.
Kuthi khalela nje gogo
awungathi khalela bongosi ukuthi manje ningiside ngaloko leningangisita ngako ngekudla nangaleti insuku lebaticelako laticelako umfundisi uthi lonako angakhona kuphosa sandla nami ngingathokoda ngoba sangicotha sangishaya ngabahlata ngavuthwa ngaze ngaphola nami solo ngikhala ngifuna ukuthi ngabe ngingasitwa ngibani mana ngikhiphe kuleli gibhitha lengihleli kulo.
A businesswoman of Msunduza refutes claims which were made by law enforcement that thugs who were caught breaking into her apartment of a business in Msunduza area were caught by police. She stated that they are still at large and she hopes that they will face the long arm of the law.
Businesswoman Zodwa Masego from Msunduza has disputed the report which states the thugs who broke into her business have been arrested after having seen them looming the streets of Msunduza. She stated that the police claimed they arrested these thieves, but after just one day they escaped.
Ngishaqile because mina kude namunye bengimati ukuthi uboshiwe but lecala ngelami anyway ngase ngiyamshayela kugcinile umphathi welicala lami nangimbuto ukuthi hawu yesisi labantu lababoshwe baphi athi hayi akusibo laba baphathelene necala lakho but khona umbiko lengakutshela wona emva kwesikhashana hayi ngimshayele ngimgcibele athi yena ke khona lobanjiwe umfana lomncanyana nje ubekiwe enzaweni yakhe na ngithi ngisatawulala nje ngimgcibelo ashaya thawu umfana uphunyukile uphume fasteleni uyaphethwe siso ehlise nyusa siso ngabe ngiyamangala mina ukuthi hawu kanti liphi lebhakla imthobe matigebengu lode mabhakla la kulungile tigebengu kuyangishaca kakhulu vele lokho sive nje asibone ukuthi thina vele asikho singaphandle vele bafana batawudlala ngathi impilo yethu yonke sikhathazeke kakhulu kuganga kubhidlangile kuganga ngoba bayakhala abantu mihla yonke yokuphila yakwabo ngalana kusahanjwa nga-8 ndasemgaba bakusahanjwa ngabani bani sikhungathekile nje sikhungathekile singummango lathi nemango nangaphuma ubambe letigebengu ngoba lo mango letigebengu tihlala la tincane tigebengu nathi nemango nangahlangani singatibamba tigebengu sikhohlwe ngemaphoyisa njengemaphoyisa emango sithi kungele tigodweni sibatrape bantwana lapho bafuna kutrajwa enough.
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati News is Novuselo Zmelani with Tibuyile Mtembu in Msunduza, Mbambane.
now taking a look at our sports news, the Athletics Association announced that neighboring countries will be taking part in athletic games that will be held in the country. South Africa, Mozambique and Botswana are part of those countries. We have a report.
The Eswatini Athletics Association announced that the National Championships, which is one of the largest athletics competitions in the country, will be held on Sunday, the 22nd of May. Zakele Dlamini, who is the president of the competition, said that the contestants from outside the country will be part of the competition, which will make the competition even bigger and challenging for local contenders, since they now have a chance of proving their abilities on a larger scale.
Nasitibukela thine, from our vision, we do see some slight improvement insofar as a commitment to our athletes CO and the competition, and not only on our athletes, but we are happy because we are also seeing some improvement even in all departments, that is Nagu development and officiation and anything involved in sports. And we have a vision 2032 for a podium finish. And if we look at the way the athletes are coming up, we are of the view, Logwegutsi, we are on the right track, especially when we look at even with the growth that we see from partners that are willing to come together and partner with us. We'll be having athletes from Mozambique, we'll be having athletes from Lesotho. We still have to get a confirmation of having athletes from South Africa. And that on its own, we are seeing it to give a boost to our athletes, because so these athletes that are coming out there, he doesn't even know how they run, and it makes him to put more effort. But not only even with the other athletes. So it's a competition that we are seeing it a competition high.
Dlamini elaborated that this will be a highly anticipated competition, as other companies and presidents of other associations will be part of the competition that will be held at the Mavuso Sports Center this coming Sunday. Reporting from the channel Yemaswati is Dlamini Poguhle with Kimberly Mavuso in Babane.
The Correctional Services volleyball team was part of the volleyball games which were held at the courtyard in Manzini, stating that they are growing this kind of sport in the country, that have seen many taking part.
His Majesty's Correctional Services volleyball team became the champions of the volleyball tournament hosted over the past weekend. Head coach Themba Sifunza expressed his excitement and thanked the Commissioner General for awarding the chance to do better and develop their talent.
COVID-19 is very iphazamisile kakhulu ngezenkambo as a result nje nakuya kiyo ukuthi bene-program yokuthi ma-effect badlali i-volleyball is a demanding sport. Kodwa ngingakaqedi nje ngivele ngiphinde ngivelele ngibonga kuye Commissioner General naye uyaphile kosuka ukuthi engabe lesatha singafona siyasebenzisa ngizisebenzisela bona indlela imawele yiwo nema-results aphume abanguwo amanye.
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati News is Nomvuselo Smelane with Kimberly Mavuso in Babane.
Recapping our top stories to end in this news. The Elections and Boundaries Commission state that Yemaswati in the various Tingundla centers where they were conducting the civic and voter education were suggesting that members of parliament were not performing according to their mandate have to be recalled back to the community, and a replacement should be elected into that position. This is after the Elections and Boundaries Commission was conducting by-elections, civic and voter education programs. Students at BULLETIN University were staging a strike which led to authorities shutting down the university as it was unoperational and some offices were vandalized in the process. The Athletics Association will stage games with neighboring countries. South Africa, Mozambique and Botswana will be part of those countries coming to ESWATINI. Well, that's all for today. Until next time, please do enjoy the rest of your viewing. Good night.
This weather forecast is proudly brought to you by FSI.